Nobody can talk to me like that in my presence.
The Minister of Works, Engineer Dave Umahi, frowns at the Chairman House of Reps Committee on FEMA, Remi Oseni, for tagging him as incompetent without plans to change the narrative of deplorable roads in the country.
I was not physically present, nor my PAM secretary, because nobody can talk to me like that in my presence. It's not possible. Number two, it was to discuss the budget 2025 of FEMA. And he went into the job of Senate Committee and House Committee on Works. And it's very unfortunate. He said, I have failed. And if a blind man is to assess you, your gaze is as good as mine. Because if he has no knowledge of anything, then his knowledge becomes his God. So I will not join issues with him. But no one in life ever said that I failed. And I've never failed in anything I'm involved in. And if he likes, he should go and check my pedigree from the day I graduated and my pedigree in the university as a businessman before I became party chairman, deputy governor, senator, and minister now. I believe that God has to be with him to attain half of what I've attained in life. And so I will not join issues with him because I have very tremendous respect for Mr. Speaker and the National Assembly.
Don't let me take you up there.
The House of Reps Committee on FEMA had at an oversight meeting on Nigeria's deteriorating road infrastructure accused the Minister of Works, Engineer Dave Umahi, of lacking commitment to improving the nation's roads. The chairman of the committee, member representing Iparampa Ido Federal Constituency in Oyo State, Remi Oseni, fumed at the Director of Bridges of the Federal Ministry of Works, Bede Obiora, for exonerating the minister and attributing the primary cause of the poor road conditions to funding constraints.
So if you are telling us the reason why you have failed in fixing our road infrastructure is because of resources, don't let me take you up there. Because you concentrated your energy as a minister on less priority issues. Don't discuss resources. I say it again. With all the road that we have across the country are failed. If you are addressing these roads, existing roads, with the resources that you have, sir, honorable minister, we will not be where we are. Don't discuss resources. I say it again. You came here last year, you got 300 billion budget approval, supplementary approval. Don't raise my emotion. I am worried that you are not concerned about fixing Nigerian roads. We are not here for business of whether you want to do the job or you don't want to do the job. Stop telling us you are awarding road. We don't want you to be awarding road that you are not ready to do. How can you be telling us that there is no resources? In less than 1 minute, from everything that everybody has said, it's a clue. You have no plan for us as a nation. I was wondering what was used as benchmark for your appraisal.
The minister alleges that the lawmaker was representing the interest of aggrieved contractors affected by ongoing reforms of the ministry.
What he gathered, he thought possibly working with some contractors who are not happy with the reform in the Ministry of Works. He thought I was going to be removed. And so his anger is, why was I not removed? Because that's the basic reason to have veered off totally from the issues a call for discussion. And his type is very damaging to the very wonderful institution of the National Assembly, especially the 10th National Assembly. For the respect of Mr. Speaker, and of course the Senate President, and the National Assembly institution that I belong to, I will refrain myself from joining issues with him.
Reading out successes recorded so far by the Ministry of Works led by him, Dave Umahi debunks the lawmakers' claim that the ministry under him awards projects without execution.
And if he says he's an engineer, he should try and understand the processes that are involved in Ministry of Works. It's different from, his procurement of fertilizer with his, constituency project. There are two different things. You have to go to the field, you have to measure the project, you have to design it, you have to do in-house procurement to look at it. When I say in-house procurement, it's to ensure that the prices are right within the directors. And then you have to now send it to the BPP for the kind of procurement you want to do. And BPP gives you an objection, then you now have to advertise or do selective tendering and invite contractors. And then after that, you send to BPP for no objection. Depending, if it is more than 1.5 billion, you have to send it to Federal Executive Council. When it comes, you have to now do agreement. And then now, the process of construction. People believe that if a road is 100 kilometers and the success you've made when you have done pavement of 10 kilometers is that you've done 10%. No, that is not the way Ministry of Works or the projects are assessed. Some earthworks take a whole 1 year to be done. And when you're doing the earthwork, you have to allow it to consolidate, because part of the failures of our roads is because of the method statement, the method deployed in the construction. You see people, they will come and do earthwork, compact, of course. It doesn't give it 1 month, and they start to put stone base and asphalt. Of course, it will fail. So those times that you are preparing the subgrade, the subbase, the base course before the pavement, what do you call it? It's not valued as progress made, because people value what they do not understand. And so those processes are part of the success of the road construction. Some road construction take 1 year for you to have meaningful completion in terms of this is the number of kilometers we've achieved in terms of the pavement structure. By next week, we are going to publish what success we've achieved in those 300 billion projects. We used it to procure over 330 roads, palliatives, and bridge repairs, which were properly procured and properly executed. Today, we have achieved over 85% completion. And so when we publish it, I want him to go there, if he can leave his oversight in FEMA, and he can go and check these projects. And I'm going to put the phone number of the contractors and then put the status, and he can verify. And when he verifies, I request that he tenders an unreserved apology, because all he did was to represent the contractors and incite the public against the government that brought him in. And it's very unfortunate, because when you darken council without knowledge, you are inciting the public. So we're going to publish the projects.
Umahi threatens that the ministry led by him will never honor the committee's invitation to attend oversight meetings again, following what he describes as persistent abuse and insults from the chairman of the committee, Remi Oseni.
When you invite us, of course, he will not invite this ministry again. We will not attend to his invitation unless Mr. Speaker directs otherwise. Because this is the same man that they had public function, FEMA in Lagos, and he was insulting me. And again, he was insulting me. And I don't want, for the respect for the National Assembly, I don't want to talk deep about all the bitterness, but it's all about pretext. His real reason, he has not said. But our hands are clean, and we've defied no procurement. His job is to oversight FEMA projects. And he left FEMA projects to he began to talk about Ministry of Works, you know. But he's also free to come for us to educate him on what we are doing in Ministry of Works.
Jude Aweke, reporting for VOS TV News Benin.